This is you. You are standing knee-deep in the suffocating silence of the Sierra Madre Mountains, the freezing air doing absolutely nothing to chill the warm, sticky blood coating your hands. Your fingers grip the cold steel of a military-grade assault rifle, the heavy weapon trembling ever so slightly against your chest. The metallic tang of copper and the acrid stench of cordite burn the back of your throat. All around you, the sickening squelch of heavy boots marching through mud and gore echoes through the dense conifer forest. You are surrounded by the mangled bodies of rival sicarios, men you just slaughtered without a second thought to secure this smuggling route. You are the apex predator in this ruthless jungle. But beneath the tactical gear and the hardened dead stare lies a dark hidden secret. You are not a monster born from this violent dirt, but an American citizen born in San Francisco, California. And you are orchestrating this horrific bloodshed solely to earn the love and approval of your father, the most wanted drug kingpin on the planet. Let us rewind the clock and find out what shattered your reality. You began life as an innocent child holding a dual citizenship, possessing the bright potential for a legitimate, peaceful existence across the border. But the system was broken, and your father, Nemesio Oseguera Cervantes, was deported and thrust back into the grinding, inescapable poverty of rural Mexico. A catastrophic tragedy strikes when the dominant Milenio cartel abruptly fractures, unleashing a wave of absolute chaos. The hyper-violent Las Zetas Syndicate moves into the territory, threatening the lives of your mother, Rosalinda, and your two sisters. The corrupt Mexican state, bought and paid for by rival cartels, turns a blind eye to the predators hunting your bloodline. Pushed to the brink of annihilation, your father forges the Jalisco New Generation Cartel, CJNG, to wage a war of survival. Overnight, your family's legitimate assets are threatened, your peaceful civilian identities burned to ashes, and you are dragged kicking and screaming into a savage, unforgiving world where violence is the only currency. You lose everything that tied you to a normal life and are forced into the darkest, most punishing underbelly of society to survive. You are driven deep into the cartel's hidden escuelas de terror, grueling, clandestine training camps hidden in the high-altitude forests of the Sierra Madre. This is a brutal slaughterhouse designed to strip away your empathy. You endure bone-crushing beatings in the mud, your body battered until your muscles scream in sheer agony. You are forced to witness and partake in unspeakable horrors. The initiation rituals demand that you participate in the cannibalism of cartel victims, forcing you to consume human flesh just to break your psyche and permanently numb your mind to the atrocities of war. The trauma hollows you out, leaving behind an empty, cold shell. You shed your old skin entirely. You adopt a new ruthless persona. You are no longer the innocent boy from California. You are El Menchito, the little Menchito. You become a prince of poison, forged in blood and trauma. The ultimate test of your dark transformation arrives on the morning of May 1st, 2015. The Mexican military launches Operation Jalisco, sending heavily armed federal forces into Villa Purification with orders to assassinate your father. This is the high-stakes, violent crucible where you must tap into a dark, primal rage. You coordinate the cartel's defense as a military cougar EC-725 helicopter hovers above your convoy, raining heavy, relentless machine gun fire down upon you. The deafening roar of rotor blades and the panicked shrieks of dying men fill the smoky air. Your hands grab a Russian-made RPG-27 rocket launcher. You hoist the heavy tube onto your shoulder, lock your dead eyes onto the steel beast in the sky, and pull the trigger. The rocket rips through the air, slamming directly into the helicopter's tail. It spins violently out of control and crashes into the brush in a massive, fiery explosion, instantly killing 9 soldiers. To cover your father's escape, you orchestrate a statewide wave of terror, firebombing banks and gas stations, leaving the city in ruins. You are brutally tested, and you have proven your absolute worth to the dark authority figure you call father. You are forced deeper into the darkness as you ascend to become the vital second in command of the CJNG. You become the architect of a synthetic empire, orchestrating the trafficking of more than 50 metric tons of and 1,000 metric tons of meth across the globe. You pledge to do it big, flooding the streets of the United States with counterfeit laced with lethal doses of fentanyl. You begin to gaslight yourself, convincing your rotting soul that this industrial-scale poisoning is a necessary evil to protect your family's sovereignty and wealth. Slowly, the last remnants of your humanity wither and die. You become entirely numb to the violence you inflict to survive. Your heart turns to ice as you order the murders of over 100 people. You personally execute subordinates who fail you and rivals who dare to cross into your territory, watching the life drain from their eyes with a cold, suffocating silence. You buy off thousands of corrupt police officers, treating the law as just another cheap commodity. Your hands are permanently stained with the blood of an empire. But every empire eventually crumbles, leading to a massive life-or-death confrontation. It is the dead of night on June 23, 2015, in Zapopan, Jalisco. Heavily armed military and federal police special forces silently breach the perimeter of your private neighborhood. The commanding officer, a corrupt operative who views you not as a prisoner, but as a high-value bounty to be executed in the shadows, kicks down your door and aims his weapon. You are backed into a corner inside the safe house, trapped alongside your brother-in-law. Your hands instinctively grip a customized AR-15 assault rifle, the metal engraved with your moniker, Menchito. Your adrenaline spikes. You could easily open fire, unleashing a catastrophic bloodbath that would end in your glorious death. But the ensuing crossfire would guarantee the slaughter of the family members you swore to protect. Forced to choose between your remaining shred of humanity and the violent code of the dark empire you serve, you rebel against the corrupt commander's expectation of a firefight. To save your own blood, you drop your weapon, fall to your knees, and surrender to the very system that created you. The climax resolves, but it comes with a devastating, unimaginable cost. You are extradited to the United States and stand trial in a cold, sterile courtroom. The gavel strikes like a hammer against a coffin as you are sentenced to life in prison plus 30 years. You achieved your ultimate goal. You took the fall to protect your family from a bloodbath. But you ironically lose your freedom forever. You are banished to ADX Florence, the infamous Alcatraz of the Rockies. Your multi-billion-dollar empire is replaced by an 8-by-10-foot poured concrete cell. You are stripped of your physical abilities, locked in total, suffocating isolation for 23 hours a day, denied any human contact or even a glimpse of the sky. The blinding fluorescent lights never turn off, slowly driving you into the depths of your own fractured mind. Your father ultimately dies a violent death in the mountains while you rot away in a steel cage, entirely powerless to help him. You sacrificed your innocence to become a god among monsters, only to be buried alive in a tomb of perpetual silence. As the heavy steel door slams shut and the ghosts of your victims begin to whisper in the dark, you are left with one final, agonizing question. Was the blood-soaked crown of the cartel truly worth the price of your own soul?